Yo, what's going on everyone? Freakydude99 here, and I'm back to deliver you another build. This time for the Strand Hunter and utilizing the brand new Aspect Threaded Spectre. Now, as soon as I saw it that you can make a shadow clone of yourself, I knew I had to incorporate it into my build somehow. And let me just say that the survivability and hard content with this build is insane. The amount of healing and ability spam and damage you can output makes it really good in the new season of deep activities, and it also works really well in the brand new dungeon Ghosts of the Deep. This build doesn't require any artifact mods, but they do help once you get them. As always, there's timestamps for each section of the build, and there's also a picture of the full build at the end of the video, along with the dim link in the description. With that out of the way, let's jump into the subclass. To start off, we have our Silk Strike super, which is a fantastic roaming super. Your light attack can be spammed entirely for boss DPS and for when you need to take down bigger targets, and your heavy attack can be used to clear out any red bar enemies around you. Silk Strike also overrides your grenade with grapple, allowing you to traverse long distances and make your way to another battle before it runs out. For our abilities, we are starting with Marksman's Dodge. We are picking Marksman's over Gambler's Dodge because of the 9-second lower cooldown. We want to be dodging as much as possible for this build, so this is the way to go. This dodge will automatically reload whichever weapon we are currently holding, which can be really useful in overwhelming situations, as well as whenever we dodge, we activate our exotic Wormhusk Crown for healing and our mod's Powerful Attraction and Bomber. Of course, we got Triple Jump. Next, we have our melee Threaded Spike. With Season of the Deep, Threaded Spike receives some buffs to help it be more useful, and thank goodness they did because this melee rules now. This melee works best when you see a group of enemies or when you got a group suspended, and it can be easily bounced between everyone as it applies Sever, and the more Sever applied means less damage to you. Catching the spike is also important, as based on the enemy's hit, it refunds melee energy. Sometimes you can get a full energy charge back and throw another one out immediately. For our grenade, of course, we got Shackle. The ability to suspend anything is amazing and is really useful when in some cornered situations and need out of. It stuns unstoppables and can stop barrier champions and is the best crowd control tool in the game. Starting off with our first aspect, we have Widow's Silk, which gives us an extra shackle grenade to toss out. Simple but effective. Our second aspect is the brand new Threaded Spectre. When we activate our class ability and dodge, we leave behind a strand clone of ourselves that draws attention. When the clone takes enough damage or an enemy gets close to it, it will explode and send out some threadlinks. The fact that the clone draws aggro off you makes it such a good survivability tool, as it can help you get out of almost any situation. The damage it does is a nice bonus too. Moving on to our fragments, we're starting with Thread of Warding. So on Orb of Power pickup, we get Woven Mail. With this build, we generate lots of orbs, so we always want to be getting Woven Mail and we'll always have it up. Next is Thread of Generation, so any damage we deal will help us get our Shackle Grenade back faster. We also have Thread of Mind, so whenever we defeat suspended targets from our Shackle Grenade, we get our dodge back faster, and we always want to be dodging, so we dodge first and then throw our grenade. And finally, Thread of Continuity, so our Suspend, our Unravel, and our Sever just last forever and ever and ever. With the subclass all built, we move on to the weapons, and here you can get creative. Personally, I went in the kinetic slot Wither Horde, Final Warning, Arbalist, Deliverance / Riptide, and Perpetualis. For my energy, I went Ikelos SMG, Forbearance, Iterative Loop, Centrifuge, Salvager Salvo, and for my heavy, I used Circular Logic, Regnant, Thunderlord, and Thin Precipice. So as you can see, you can use almost anything. Strand and Arc are hot this season, and since it is a Strand subclass, you will want to run at least one Strand weapon. Final Warning and Circular Logic are both great choices, and even the new Strand weapons from this season. Now that we got our weapons, we gotta pick some artifact perks. The perks we are targeting will be Technicolor Siphon, so we have access to the dual arc Strand Siphon mod. We're picking up Improved Unraveling, which is more damage for our Strand weapons. We're using Deeper Origins, which increases the effectiveness of origin traits from Neomuna, Root of Nightmares, and Season of Defiance in deep weapons. We pick up Strand Soldier, so we always have Unraveling Rounds on our Strand weapons because of our Woven Mail uptime. We have Overcharged Armory, which gives recently released weapons the 25% damage bonus when an activity has the Overcharge modifier. Next, Conductive Cosmic Needles, so our allies do increased damage whenever we Strand debuff a target. And finally, we have Squad Goals, so whenever we have Woven Mail and Finisher a target, we spread that to nearby allies. With the artifact perks out of the way, let's get down to the armor mods. For our helmet, we are rocking the exotic Wormhusk Crown. Its exotic perk is Burning Souls. Dodging gives a small health and shield bump, which comes out to a quarter of your health bar. The health on dodge is just amazing as it can save your life so many times. About to be stomped, dodge, getting sniped, dodge, annoying wizard blasting you, just dodge and get your health back and stay alive all the time. When it's coupled with Threaded Spectre, you're also spawning a Strand clone that takes the attention off of you. So not only are you getting health back, but your odds of surviving get boosted higher thanks to the clone. Coupled with our class item mods, and we are constantly dodging and spawning clones and getting healing. Now for the actual mods we will be using, we're using Dual Current Siphon, which allows us to spawn orbs from both Strand and Arc weapons. We're also using Heavy Ammo Finder and Heavy Ammo Scout, so we spawn lots of heavy ammo and we spawn heavy ammo for our allies. If you're using the Authorized Mods Melee mod, you can swap Heavy Ammo Scout out for Hands On to get your super back faster. Now for stat distribution, we are focusing Resilience firstly for the damage reduction. Next, we are focusing Mobility so we can get our dodge back as quick as possible. And finally, Discipline so we can throw our Shackle Grenade. We focus Discipline last because we have Thread of Generation giving us grenade energy on damage already. Moving on to the gauntlets, we got Momentum Transfer, so whenever we throw a grenade, we regen some of our melee back. This is important because we have Focusing Strike, which regens our class ability energy on melee damage, and we have Heavy Handed, so orbs spawn on melee kills. On our chest piece, we will rock a double elemental resist depending on the activity, along with a third resist. If you're doing the new dungeon, I would recommend doing double arc resistance with a concussive dampener. If you don't have enough energy, then swap it out for a void resistance. Down to the leg armor, we will be using the Font of Mobility. Font mods give a plus 30 into the stat at 1 mod, and since I'm at 70 mobility, it'll bump me up to 100 mobility when I have an armor charge active. We're also running Recuperation, which gives health on orb pickup, and Insulation, which gives class ability energy on orb pickup. Recuperation is really an S tier mod, as it can really increase the survivability by a lot, and Insulation because we want our dodge back quicker. And finally on our cloak, we have Bomber, which gives 10% grenade energy when we dodge. We have Utility Kickstart, so when we dodge, we get a portion of energy back based on how many armor charges we have. And we have Powerful Attraction, so when we dodge, we pick up nearby orbs of power, which because of Recuperation and Insulation, we get even more healing on dodge and even more dodge energy back. Utility Kickstart doesn't interfere with Font Mobility because we need the font when our dodge is recharging, and then when we use our dodge, we get the portion back and can pick up an orb. We also have Powerful Attraction, which collects nearby orbs on dodge, so you can always have armor charges active. So now that we got this build together, you need to know how to use it. To start, when entering into a battle, pop your dodge immediately so you can approach easier and take aggro off of you. Then, use a Shackle Grenade to suspend targets and followed up by a Threaded Spike. Killing suspended targets gives you dodge energy, and hitting targets with your melee regens your class ability as well. Having 2 grenade charges means you can always get your dodge back, but be wise with its uses. Only ever throw out another shackle if all the enemies currently suspended are dead, as we want to use our dodge ability whenever we can, but also we want it in the correct rotation so we don't lose it. Any orbs of power that we pick up will auto pick up when we use our dodge thanks to powerful attraction. So when we use our dodge, we get healing from Wormhusk Crown, we get healing from recuperation, we get dodge ability energy back from utility kickstart and insulation orbs, and we get grenade energy from bomber. Phantom mobility always kicks in after we dodge because we're picking up another orb, and we regen our dodge even faster. Our shackle grenade gives dodge energy from the suspend and also melee energy, and we regen grenades through damage, so we will always have our shackle grenades. And our melee will almost always be up because if you are catching it every single time, it gives you tons of energy back and can even give you a full charge. So again, our cycle is dodge, then grenade, kill suspended targets with melee and guns. If dodge is back, then dodge again. If it isn't, then throw out another shackle or melee, and you can repeat that cycle forever. This has been a really fun build to make, and I'm really happy with its effectiveness in the new dungeon, as the amount of ads that spawn is crazy. If you need a picture of the build, there's one on the screen right now, and there's also a dim link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more, maybe give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Freakydude99, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.